So I think what we will see in today's session is that how unified commerce can break that silo, create efficient processes, and create effortless customer experiences for all the channels. Okay. So I think in today's, if you see the agenda, so I will go over the introduction of unified commerce, and then I will create the business case on why organizations need unified commerce. And then my colleague Mahavir, he will go a little bit more technical, and he will show how we can implement or adopt, and any organizations, how they can adapt unified commerce. And then we'll also go over a case study, which is one of our customers, on how we have implemented unified commerce. Okay, so understanding unified commerce. So what is the unified commerce? So if you see this diagram, so in simple words, I would say that unified commerce integrates all different channels. So either it can online channel or in-store channel or customer service, mobile app. So it integrates all these channels into a single system, which centralizes the sales, order fulfillment, inventory data. So if you take the traditional omni-channel approach, in the omni-channel, which is over here in this diagram. So the systems are usually separated. So what that means is that if you have an online commerce channel, they would be using a separate system for inventory management. And the point of sale system would be using a separate system. So this creates data silos. So with the separation of systems, there is a data silo, there is inefficiencies of processes, and then also the customer experience is not very good, because the customer, when they go online, they would see like a different, if they see a product and they want to see the inventory of the product, when they go in the physical store, that product might not exist, right? So that is a very poor customer experience. So one example I would like to give is Nike has adopted a unified commerce approach by integrating both their online and brick and mortar stores. And with this approach, when a user browse a product in their mobile app, they can buy online, pick up in store. When they go in the store, they can when they purchase the product, that information reflects again in the mobile app, and then they can do other things, like if they have any questions about the product, they can use the chat bot, they can return in the mobile app. So everything is very seamless. So with this seamless experience, Nike has achieved almost 30% increase in revenue with direct to consumer revenue. So there is a big advantage for organizations to go with this approach. Now, what are the challenges? So this is a very good slide. If you see this, so the major organizations, they face challenges with the separation of I think it is the voice speaker. Okay. So the organizations, they face challenges because of the separation of systems. So if you see this diagram, so if you take inventory management, one common example is within enterprise organizations, you will see that online. Sorry. Okay, you guys can hear me, right? So with online, and this is a common scenario where online organizations, they use a separate inventory management for their online commerce channel and a separate inventory management system for their point of sale system. So with this separation of systems, there is a data silo, right? And when a customer, they go to online, they can see that the product is available in the local store nearby. But when they physically go to the store, it might not be there. and that can be a very big problem from a customer experience perspective. So with the unified approach, unified commerce, you will see that we basically break this. And then there are a lot of other areas like disconnected payment systems. A lot of organizations they are using separate payment service provider online, separate payment service provider in store. So how do you synchronize this data, right, between different systems? Then loyalty programs, right? I think this is a very common problem, and I think one of my colleague, I mean, he mentioned about his current experience with Ashley stores, where he basically saw products, he saw the price of the product, but when he physically went to the store, he saw the store rep gave him a different price. So this is a common issue between organizations, and this happens because of the separation of systems between the different channels. Now, because of these challenges, an enterprise organization, either B2B or B2C, it is very difficult for them to achieve these areas. For example, accurate and unified inventory because of the separation of systems. Getting a single view of the customer, because if there are different systems, they have to integrate all these systems to get a single customer view of the customer view. Adding modern technologies and capabilities like things like LLM chatbots, right? They require all the data to be connected. So if the data is not connected, they will not be able to quickly create these new innovations. Blending physical and digital experiences, integrating data silos, and then also employee experience, right? With the employee experience, like a customer service, if they want to, I mean, get LLM, use LLM to help customer employees, or I mean, create a personalized personalization so that the CSR can show, I mean, other products to customers. So all this, I mean, cannot be achieved if the data is separate. So now what are so in this slide, I think you might be thinking, because if you see omni-channel and unified commerce, they both are connecting all the channels together. But the main difference, if you see, is that unified commerce creates a single source of truth. And with the omni-channel, you have different, you have the channels connected on the top, but there are separate systems. You are still using those same legacy systems. You are integrating with those legacy systems. So what that means is that you still have to, I mean, basically have to manage those complex back-end integrations. You will have these fragile and inefficient systems, and then also performance would be an issue. You might not be able to get real-time data, which you need in some of these instances. With unified commerce, all these things are gone, right? You don't have to do integrations because there is a single source of truth in from start. Then real-time data, no need of customer integration, and seamless customer experiences across all channels. So this is the value which unified commerce brings. Now, unified commerce is a technical approach which Mahavir, my colleague, would be going over shortly, and he will be explaining how you can go into this, how an organization, what are the steps you need to take to go into this architecture. And once you go into this architecture, what are the benefits you will get? And from a management perspective, what changes you will see when managing the old legacy systems and an omni-channel approach. So yes, Mavi.
Yeah, thanks, Josefa. Like as you said, right? So there is today's retail landscape, or most of the manufacturer and distributors stays at is in the omni-channel level. That's where like lot of systems are connected. They can say mostly the digital commerce side will be matured, but in-store systems are not matured. That's where we are addressing. That's where we are addressing the problem of the unified commerce. How the data should be how the data should be consistent across your entire touch points, right? So digital systems where you can able to, as Uzefa mentioned, like we can put our latest technologies in place to meet their customer expectations. Okay, so I'm going to cover up two topics today: how to get into the action of unified commerce and how we are going to architect it, and then final we can able to see the case studies of one of the implementation where we are doing on it. So in this, it's all about like customer, right? In unified commerce, we major focus, the center point of focus should be our customer, where their the data should be a consistent across, right, in their entire shopping experiences, whether it is like in store or the web channel or physical touch points or in the marketplace. It's crucial across to meet their customers expectations across in all the channels, right? It should not like only for buying experience, like the purchasing process, right? It's on after the purchasing process also, post purchasing journey, such as like you are returning your order, your cancellation your order, and so on. So that meets the experience the same level of services and quality of the products. That is also the seamless experience we are going to meet. And unified commerce also connect all the customer touch points. It is also prioritize their customer needs. They responded their feedback in the real time, right? So that's what that consistency across. If you face any challenges in terms of the returns or in terms of like applying a promo codes. So one of the example you may see, you can apply a promo code in online, but when you go for an in-store, the promo code may not be open. The best case of example I can give, like if you take, most of them are familiar with the Costco, right? So when you go buying such a product in Costco, the same, for example, if a Sonos speaker you are buying in Costco, the in-store price will be differ when you come into the online price. You may see $50 to $100 difference, but they can put a simple term like they say this price includes delivery charge and all. But again, customer will get confused. There is a lot of dependencies out there. That's where like taken centralized client centric approach. That means the customer centric approach where you can able to provide the customer experiences is seamless across in all the systems. And to achieve that, we come up with the strategy, a solution that can solve all the omni-channel problems. But in reality, it is a tough to implement it. It's not that that's easy to achieve it, right? Because it comes with the two processes. One is like strategy, and as well as like you need a unified platform to make this happen. So, right? And the unified strategy focus business the technology alignment as a fundamental barrier of omnichannel adoption, right? Because they have lack of organization alignments. Maybe as in a customer service representative, they have their own processes, or in stores have their own processes, and web channels have their own processes. So it should be the mindset of business as to come up with that, adopt these technologies, right? And enable to support the unified platform. The unified platform comes with tools of technologies where that you can call it out like your commerce platform, you can call it your loyalty program. All these tools are come together, ensure to make this seamless experience across in all the channels. So the key feature of unified commerce journey, they follow in the three things, right? One is like with the centralized data, the transactions of single source of the truth. This means all the customers and inventory and transaction data is in a single central locations, right? That's importance needed for today's world. Today's we are living in AI with dealing with a lot of data. The data are scattered across in multiple systems, so we are not giving as a personalized experience to the customer. So that means we need to first we target the data, ensure it is available in centralized locations. So it's ensure that every interactions, wherein online or offline, is based on same up to date information where customer can get it. The second, we do have a Mac-based approach, the microservice API and cloud-based approach, where you can seamlessly integrating a new technologies, right? So OpenAI, if you wanted, we can integrate our new commerce platform if comes, our new loyalty program comes, or if the cloud leverages, you can have cloud also nowadays offers with a lot of services which you can help be leveraged there. And then third is like our delivery methodology. We should be in agility, right? So we in the position we can adapt to new changes are coming, right? So today's like today we have one technology and tomorrow we have another things are coming up. So we need to be in the rapid phase to adopt it. So that's where the architecture can support to take the new technologies. Second, we do see how the unified high level system landscapes looks like. So I hope you guys able to see that screen architecture very clearly, right? So here we are removing the silos there, right? So we are putting this unified experience. We build the architecture, integrate both physical and digital experience into a single cohesive platform. This slide outlines how unified platform combines both your commerce and as well as customer experience in the central place at the level. At the core, you have shared the digital infrastructure that provide the channels. If you see that infrastructure, it should be your cloud that provide a single powers for all the channels, such as your like in-store, mobile, or through customer service interactions. Ensure that all the customer touch points are connected, eliminating the duplications and creating a consistency across the channels. And then this cloud native approach, as I said, leveraging this composable architecture, this means we can quickly and efficiently scalable our solutions, ensuring every component of our systems can be integrated and updated seamlessly wherever we need, right? Any new technologies are coming. So and the data, as I said, this entire processes with data is a very crucial. So inventories, order, customer profiles, and payment systems, promotions, all consistent within a single architecture. This allow up to maintain a single source of the truth, which is accessible across every channel, right? So ensuring that whether the customer is shopping in online and in store, their experience informed by the same up to date with the current data, the user experience layer, and then the API management layer plays smooth interaction. So that's where like today's maybe you guys go and dig into it after some time. This conference there is a concept called backend for front end. That's where the lot of things are going in this API world, where all the APIs are connected through the backend layers, and then front end will not worried about which backend system is going to connect. So the single source of the API endpoints connected to all touch points, where it should be getting a same price update in your store, your website, or your physical offline stores everywhere. And then at the bottom, you may have a data integration layers where there are integration system come into the picture, where connected to your ERP and MDM and other systems, both synchronous and asynchronous way, which is using real-time calls also, such as price and inventory, but we can use messagings also for our order updates and all. The goal of the architect, the ultimate goal of this architecture also, it's like you can able to adopt any new technologies in this landscape, or you can able to scale up also since it is fall under as a cloud as a service. The benefits of this architecture, right? So they can transform the way you do business, enriching your customer experience, driving positive outcomes across your entire operations. So if we let's closer look at this, the unified platform help reduce the time and cost of integration, since you define that integration layer at the top. So every team overall, new platforms or new delivery team is involved, they have to follow the same rules and same guidelines. And second thing is help the reduce the error. That means like you define as a data as a rule there, so it should be like the different protocols will be created, and it's very less to reduction of the errors. And also like the centralized data, you can able to achieve lot of information like personalized experience you can give it to your customers, such as your product recommendations, or maybe like in a mobile device you can send a push notifications your order is ready. So those are all the informations which we can able to which he can able to do that. And again, like you can manage the systems in efficiently. So I like to jump into one of the case study where we are working on today, like is Mars. It's a multi-brand corporation where Mars faced a challenge adapting the fast evolving digital commerce landscape while maintaining the consistent experience across all their brands. They have multiple brands where they have to enable the seamless digital experience. So the address they adopted unified commerce strategy, they're focusing on direct to consumer approach. This allows them to break down the silo systems. Like they have a lot of silo systems which help them to break different sales channels, ensuring seamless and consistent experiences for their customers, whether we're interacting this online or through offline or in like even the marketplaces. And Mars meant for a lot of their brands you can buy in your theaters or you can buy in your shops everywhere. So Mars could also directly engage with their customers, providing personalized experience that met changing the expectation of today's customer. The strategy allowed to Mars create deeper connections with the customers and ensure consistency across all the touch points. So what we achieved, our role is supporting a mass into unified commerce model, right? We delivered seamless D2B business model using an headless microservice based architecture, which unified digital operations across various brands. And we successfully launched two brands now, like MMS and Ethelum brands, which we are in the lineup for other brands also coming up in the next years. And also this ability, we are also offered personalized, customizable for M&M brands, which is like you can able to create a consistent personalized buying experience of M&M products, right? You have a three-step process where you can customize the chocolates, print your names and print your labels, upload your images. Those personalized experience we built it again, and we do implemented centralized catalog management, customer groups, and as well as contracts were simplify the operations across the channel. And we be here in the program of enabling like other systems also in order management systems and S4 and also those are all the things will coming into the picture. We are uh, continuously doing on the digital transformation for this customer actually. And this by adopting this unified commerce, Mars was able to deliver seamless and consistent experience across all their channels, reinforcing this brand loyalty and as well as adopting the evaluate the customer demands. That's the overall the program goal which you again working on it actually. I think that's my side, and if you guys have any questions, we can able to answer you.
I think one other use case I would like to say is the Starbucks, which I think a lot of people might be using. The Starbucks app, they have also adopted a unified commerce using their loyalty program. So I think when you use their app, you get offers based on past purchases, and then when you can customize your coffee within the app. You can go and pick up your coffee in one of the nearby stores, and then the you automatically get rewards for that coffee in your app, and you can. So it's a very perfect example of how a unified commerce can work. Now with the use case which Mahavir mentioned with Mars. So maybe Mahavir, if you can explain on the back end layer, right? So in order to uh, to go into this unified commerce, because Mars also had different systems. So, for example, they had a different order management system from a company called Sterling. They had a ERP system, which is a SAP. Then they have a commerce platform, which is on commerce tools. So now, uh, and they have different other systems, right? Salesforce for CRM, then Service Cloud is a different tool which they use. They use a different marketing cloud. So there are different systems which they are currently using. But now what we did is that we created a back-end layer, and we created different services
Yep.
for these back-end layer. So if any channel or any system wants to connect and get data from for a specific customer or a product inventory information or order status, so they will all hit the same web services or the same microservices which we have
The
created.
backend layer APIs. Yep.
Okay, so maybe I think if you can.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Joseph. So this entire architecture for Mars, like it's like we build use a concept of monorepo, where we have segregated the business logic, the BFF as I explained, right? So all the systems, like you can go to this architecture, right? So all the systems you can call it out content or PIM or customer CRM, commerce or fulfillment, and even your bespoke, your microservices, all will be connected through your API management layer, we call as a BFF layer. So that way your front end systems, your digital platforms or physical platforms will never gone through any pain of what is happening in the CRM system, right? It's a single API which can be connected your in-store systems, your kiosk or even web channel, your mobile apps and everything. So that way the data should be shared across all the systems are common, right? The implementation for enabling any touch points also is a seamless. So if you see here that the experience, the APIs, you don't need to, the mobile can't connect directly, commerce or customer service can't connectly direct to the fulfillment system, but all these endpoints will be connected in this layer, and this layer only exposed to the outside world wherever your marketplace systems all can be connected there. That's where the data can be shared across, and even the customer goes to the in-store or maybe come back to the website, they can able to see their cards informations.
I think as I discussed in my previous slides, that the separation of systems, right? Mars were facing the same issue. So if Mars, for example, they have about 20 stores right now, just in North America, and they're expanding very fast. Now, those stores, they were using separate systems for promotions, loyalty management, getting the pricing, and those systems were integrating with web systems. So there was a lot of, I mean, I would say management, right? I mean, you have to now integrate two different systems together and share the data among themselves. And getting a customer 360-degree view is like a very big pain, right? You have to now create a data warehouse and I think get all the systems to put data over there real time and get a 360 customer view. So all this is now gone with getting into a unified platform, right? With this microservices approach, now all the channels are connecting to different systems. They are using one system for all the channels for a specific area like loyalty or for price, and everyone is connecting to one same microservices. So that is the big change which we are trying to bring at Mars.
And to add to that, right, like, I mean, companies like Mars and big enterprises, they're constantly acquiring new brands or new companies, right? So they're setting up this platform so that it's scalable and flexible for the future. You might have heard that they're acquiring Kellanova, which is a big snacking brand again. So as they bring new brands into their ecosystem, this is a more scalable and flexible architecture or design pattern to do that.
And innovation, right? If they want to get like a large language model chatbot implemented, now they don't have to think about getting all the data combined into one system, right? They already have that available, and they can focus more on innovation than worrying about how to get the back end structures sorted out.
So the delivery model also slightly differ there, right? We do have a concept of platform and product team. So basically, the platform, as Josefa mentioned, they focus on as this layer is we call as a platform layer, right? This layer is keep on focusing on the new innovations, what's going on in the market. So today they want to enable new AI services, or they want to enable two new reporting tools. They can able to focus on in this area. So these teams we call as a platform team, they're mainly focusing on what tech stack is going on. In the above layer, we can call as a product team, like you can call as a brand team. So their job is like enabling this each brand using this BFF layer. They don't care about it, what's going on in the back end. They're only worried about their API documentations. They got that API endpoints. Hey, this is reporting endpoints. Or this is your loyalty program endpoints. They can easily adopt and implementing in each brands and move forward. So that's where like they focus both technology world as well as and brand experience as well as together. That's where like we are working as in the delivery model also slightly different in this approach. That's where the innovations will never stop, and adapting, as Murtuza said, adapting a new brands also will not stop. It's a ease of use in this architecture. It's a business, right? So the challenges is mainly like multiple systems involved, a lot of multiple peoples are involved, have their own processes, and to make it in a single place, that's a physical, typically different challenges, and enabling the new system. That's what like they have the legacy systems. We are trying to replace with the new platforms and make centralized approach. For example, we're working in Sterling OMS. So now still we can see the gap between the backend ERP systems and then commerce systems. They're doing a lot of manual works now, trying to replace with our digital touch points. So these are all the challenges which we were able to see. Yeah, as part of the process, digital transformation process, they're doing it slowly one by one. They're already in place of, yeah, wherever they can able to expose their API, they still keep it as a low hanging fruit. But wherever they still in the legacy, such as the older order system, they can't able to do any operations, any APIs. They're not able to connect. Still, they're doing manually. So that's what they adapted the new Sterling OMS platform to tackle these issues.
Is that the user experience management layer? Is that the platform?
Which one? No, Sterling OMS fall under in this area, customer interaction sections. You have commerce fulfillment is there, right? That is the place Sterling OMS will come into the picture. Front end layer called your websites, where as I said, your service, all these are all you can think about it. Content, your repository to Mars, and merchandising, customer. These are all the building blocks. Each department they can work independently. They don't worry about it. At the end outcome, they can expose their services outside, like how we call the cloud as a service, right? You have AI service. Similarly, they can expose their services outside. These services can be managed in centralized place, and for everyone terms we can call it as an API gateway. You can say that's like a gateway. A simple way you can put it. In the gateway can be connected to your all customer touch points, like wherever you have your websites, your mobile experience in app or in store. So that way that system have same data across in all the touch points.
Consolidating all these systems, and so that all channels can use like a centralized place to get data. So another customer of ours where we are working now, these are big organizations, right? I mean, this other retailer we are working, they operate in 160 countries. Now they have a separate team who manages the point of sale in store applications, and a separate team which manages the e-commerce. So now they are using different systems. E-commerce is using their own systems. The point of sale team is using their own systems for loyalty, order management, and all those different areas. Now they are connecting these systems to create a 360-degree view. So now, in order to combine, definitely we need a top-down approach, right? The top management has to buy in. They have to come and I think come up with this. They have to buy in this unified commerce strategy. And once they buy in, getting all the teams together, that is the challenge.
See, in the nutshell, if you put it in simple example, right? As I said in the presentation during the time, like a promotion. You may certain promotions you would have applied in online, but you can't redeem into the store. So those use cases can be addressed here because the store data will be different for your under your profile, or maybe this online experience your data is profile. That's one example. And second, like I'm browsing some products, I liked it, I added into the cart, and then I want to experience the product. So I went into the store, but again, I don't have a capability, whatever in my cart, I can able to check out there, even if I saw the physical product. And personalization cannot be achieved if your two silo systems are in place. So even you knows my data, but you can't able to target me what I'm trying to do, what I'm going to achieve. Those kind of product recommendations, these are all the use cases cannot be achieved in straightforward. And again, where we are living in this e-commerce world today, like if you guys see Amazon Fresh, most of the things, right? You don't need to take out your credit card. So you can order in Amazon Fresh online also. You can go take the shopping cart and add the items into the cart, and you can walk out from the store. That's where we are moving towards in the direction. If you want to achieve in this level, you need to connect all the systems. If you're not able to connect all these systems, then you can't give that experience to the customer. So we do have a data lake in place in this architecture actually, where this messaging systems can interact and communicate across all the channels. But the centralized place, so we call the source of the truth for each systems have their own data. Like basically, the Salesforce CRM takes their customer source of the truth, and ERP we call the product, and then OMS will take this fulfillment as source of the truth. So it will be there, but at the end goal, like all this data connected as in single services. So when you have this API orchestration layer, and especially like when you go for the BFF layer, so when I'm fetching an order, it will be connected behind the scenes. It will connect the services and get the information about where your order currently stays, what is the status of in the ERP, and which customer is looking for what is the past journey. So you will get it in a single response for all these things. In the past, like maybe you can say today's world, if I want to get the order status, I need to make a separate API call, go and check this my OMS system to fetch the order updates. So now when we retrieving an order, you will get all these informations in a single endpoint where connecting with this orchestration layer.